You know, one of the funniest things about doing this show every week is listening to them try to be quiet as we go into the broadcast. It's one of my favorite parts. Yay! 700 horsemen! Woo!
700 horsemen? That's a new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 700 of them. 700 horse.
I'm proud of how quiet I was. You're bagging on me for being quiet now.
I know, I'm a terrible person.
I
I'm
thought we
terrible.
succeeded in being quiet, but I could be wrong.
Again, we'll be playing Kingdom Session 3 from Nevada with Love, which means that, no bees can be involved because bees don't know love.
Well, that constrains our roleplay a bit.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Were you going to just pretend to love one another this whole time?
Ew. I mean,
People now come together.
But doesn't the queen bee love all bees?
Apparently not. You haven't been watching the show. Bees don't know love. No bees, no love.
She loves all the little bees.
That's not love. That's biological imperative.
Red and yellow, black and white.
Beezus loves little bees.
I wrote it down. It was a best-selling book. Now it's all coming true, man.
It's all terrible. All right, as you guys can see, we are getting back into Kingdom, and we resolved the crossroads last week. That turned out to be ultra fantastic on multiple levels. Let's just touch back on that and look at down here. The Hive embraced the new genetic upgrade program, which basically ended up killing outright 1 in 10 non-Langstroth descended humans within 20-mile radius of the Hive. Holy crap. There was death, there was suffering, there was murder, and there was absolutely no shame about it. It also means we've resolved that crossroads, so it'll be time to introduce a new one. And, wow, we have a long list of supporting characters we can call on. We got a good list of locations, and strangely enough, on the actual Family Matters sheet, Todd's back with us so he can be unmocked.
Yay.
Todd, you have no idea how happy I am for you to be you and me not to be you.
Oh, I'm good. I could just start out shackled in a cage in the Reno
you're not
Museum?
pretty much.
Where was
Pretty
he
much.
last time? Yes, he was shackled in the Reno Museum of Torture
Right.
in his own little room.
There is one of the exhibits. It's wonderful.
Undergoing the genetic transformation.
Reno, I have been to, and Reno's been all in me too, man. It wasn't pleasant.
The transformation into a somewhat less than human bee hybrid has also started for you. It's immoral. It's unethical. It's not right. It's illicit.
It is a role-playing challenge, sir.
Apparently, I'm just staying. Again, I'll be playing Harlan Langstroth. Key is playing Melifera Langstroth. Eric is Trafine Langstroth, the son of a bitch. Spencer is Pater Quintus Jared Langstroth. Todd is one of the few people untouched by being cursed by being a Langstroth, Johnstone Oldman. Terry is playing Zachariah Hillstrom, who's also a bee hybrid now and showing it more than ever. And David is playing Benny Langstroth, still seeking the jets. I think that runs down everybody in game. Yay! Eric will be introducing the scene, but we have a little issue about that. Mainly because, well, we just finished the crossroads, which means it's time to do something else. Kiyomi is getting dumped right in the middle of this amazing, magical time where she gets to define the crossroads.
Okay.
She's so excited, I can tell.
Barring any objections,
I object.
Oh no.
I do too.
I was thinking about the crossroad. I'm not entirely sure if this is the best way to say it yet, but
Mm-hmm.
will the Hive blame the uplift deaths on rebel sabotage?
Ooh. That's...
Oh.
that is... That's not a thing that the authority... Well, no, I guess it is a thing that the authority can do. That can be the public. That can be the
I thought
story.
about this pretty hard as far as mechanics went.
I think that works out okay.
I think it works. Should I specify if it's whether or not they're successful in doing that, or
No, that
if
can
they
be a
do it at all?
You can't tell us whether it'd be successful because that is what, well, that's
Well, no.
future
Should the question be, are they successful?
Nope,
It can't be that. No.
that's what perspective's for.
Yeah, success will be auto-determining whether or not they do it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the crossroads is do they do it, and
Okay,
what comes of
yeah.
that is entirely in play. I like it. It's that's
I like
bold.
that a lot.
That is bold. So go ahead and put that on your crossroads there, Key.
Okay.
Do we have the right number of boxes and everything?
That is a good question. We need
We have 7 people,
right,
which is huge and awesome.
time passes is number of players, which
We
I
need
think we're
one
fine.
more. I'll get that.
Crisis is one greater than the number of players, but quite frankly, we're just down to the last one.
The world that's going on here.
And Crossroads is one greater. So
I think I spelled that correctly. Maybe.
that'll do. Google doesn't seem to object, so it must be okay.
Said Crisis is 1 greater than the number of players?
Yep.
Alright, so we need one more, which upsets me, but
Man.
there we are. Same with Progress.
Oh, I've got too many tabs open.
All right. Fantastic. So now we know what the crossroads is. We know we're getting really close to this crisis blowing up in our face. Horribly. Horribly. So yeah. Yeah, I like it. Okay, cool. We are in good shape. So Key has introduced the crisis that this is going to be important. So that takes us over to Hey, Eric. Eric's died. He's now dead.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, sorry, man. Would not unmute.
Oh,
You were saying.
I was saying it's your turn. It's your scene.
Do stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm thinking.
Mr. Power Man.
I get the power.
He's got the power.
No, I got the power.
Oh yeah, you also. He's also got the power. Somewhat
That's
com-
just disturbing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. A little bit.
Is there somebody clear out the consequences section? Or, oh no, that's first separate. Okay, never mind. I was
we
page
got
down too
a
far.
New tab. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking the family dining hall. All Langstroth PCs wwho are still alive.
I
Doing-
think that's all of us.
What's the
Oh,
context?
wow, we are successful. It's dinner.
Yet another dinner.
It's-
Man.
Yes. Well, these
Is
people
it-
do eat.
Is it actual dinner or a meeting?
It's like dinner supper, as opposed to dinner lunch. It's lunch. And it's a little impromptu get-together to decide what the heck we're going to do with that Zachariah guy.
Okay. I guess that's sensible.
And like I said, all Langstroth PCs.
Have an excuse to be there.
Yes, because it's the family dining hall. You get your free eats.
All right.
And Trifine has a bowl of some kind of soup with a disquieting amount of honey in it. But
Honey soup.
yes, well, I had a ridiculously sweet lemons chicken soup the other day. So yeah, I can imagine it totally. But Feed turns to Melly and he goes, "Melly, so have you been having fun with Zachariah?" No, not Zachariah, Johnstone. My brain.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes, it does.
A little bit
All
more.
right.
A little bit more together.
I would
there.
at least
And then slid down to Zachariah. My brain.
Okay, say again.
I said, "Well, if Melly, have you been having fun with Johnstone?"
Well, I hate to admit it, but he really was more fun when he was human.
How has he changed? And he's complained about eye irritation.
If he has complaints, I doubt he would bring them to me. Mostly he glares and tries to manfully withstand pain when he's in my presence. Benny might know more. He seems to have developed a rapport.
After a fashion.
Yes.
Our first meeting was not quite as kind to me. I tried to see things from his point of view. I tried to explain things from my point of view. We just
You tried to
did not.
fawn all over him, didn't you?
It did not work at all, I must admit.
Damn.
But all I can say is that he just still wants death before he becomes even more B.
Even more B? Anyway.
But I make sure that he has his rations.
Well, that's always helpful. Ellie, how long do you want to keep him around?
Oh, I know I said he's not as much fun, but he's still not boring yet. Or I think I'm still pretty invested in him suffering.
Well, that seems fair, and I can definitely get behind that. I know I'm hearing rumblings that we should, quietly bury him in the desert somewhere, but he seems to mean a lot. Optional. But
Now
it
that's
seems to
just
mean a lot to
step-
you.
I would
That's a step too far, I think.
I would suggest against this, my cousins, for even though he is still locked away, he is still the leader of the Human League, however human it may be left now.
You know, I wonder if they have certain membership restrictions that would apply.
Yeah, just a little DNA test.
We'll just whip that up.
Could you spit in this tube for me? Anyway.
Yeah.
But not acid.
I don't think he qualifies anymore.
That's a fine
What
question.
with the human bit.
Well, even though he does have the augmentation, people still feel as if he might still be human after all, because we have kept him away from the eyes of the public. People can't really go in to see him, really.
But don't these people want him?
Apparently, being human after all is a point of some comedy.
Maybe we should turn him into a traveling exhibition. Historically, there's been some success with that.
I don't know.
The exhibit cell was not really meant to be traveling. It was meant to be put in place. I have worked long hours to actually make that possibility.
Yeah, and exhibiting him
work with a
around
circus.
kind of gives an impression that maybe there's something freakish about the augmentations, and I'm not sure that's the best idea to spread.
Harlan
Oh, well.
raises one finger, just the one, and it's not showing you avians, and says very simply, "You mean other than the freakish outrise in deaths? I don't know if you've mentioned that or noticed, but there has been a significant die-off among the human population, outside and inside the walls. Maybe you didn't notice. Perhaps you
I've
merely
noticed.
saw that your breakfast was a little late this morning."
I've noticed that Mystery Meat Mondays have actually gone up in quantity.
And only for a few more weeks. It won't keep much longer.
Oh,
Ew.
Well, what? Waste the biomass?
Wow. Unfortunately for you guys, he's a power. He can say, "Yeah, you're all cannibals now." You freak me out. Switching back into
Green.
RC.
Do it.
Giving
That's
you
why
a
the
look.
soup is very sweet.
Oh,
Oh, long pork soup.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Next, you'll be
No
saying
more
the
of this
secrets
human
in the sauce.
I don't even.
Well, sauce on soup would be odd, but
Just remember.
no, wasting the
we're-
biomass would be untoward,
Let
and
me-
also
Let me remind you. Focus on the crossroads here. Kind of bring it.
yeah.
Pull it in the dock.
What was the last thing you said?
I was just saying, pull it into dock. Get it into our space here.
So, Benny, I saw that memo you sent me.
yes.
You want to blame the die-off that Harlan brings up untowardly on rebels of some sort?
I believe that in order to direct away from our family being blamed for this, I felt it would be good to add a scapegoat to this. I have read numerous histories about scapegoating. It's a very useful technique.
I used to skate on a goat. It didn't work very well. Everyone could always see right through it.
Yes.
But I feel that if we can successfully convince everyone that it was rebels that caused the die-off, then perhaps we will not be torn down and mutilated and set on fire, among other bad things.
Spencer, if you're going to make that a prediction, you kind of need to. I don't know. It's like
I did.
that was
I typed
oblique.
it in the thing there.
Try
See,
some
just like that.
correct. Yeah, well, no, with like words.
See, I use tone of voice more. When I'm not sounding crazy, it's because I'm not.
No, that sounded crazy. I hate to
No,
break it
that
to
sounds
you.
crazy.
That was way too damnable.
Yeah, I'm
It
just gonna
sounded really crazy. I'm sorry.
gonna help you here. Let me help you with your acting.
Oh,
Yeah, these
please.
tattoo things are the characters can recognize, I think.
Yeah, or at least directed to the audience. Hi, audience.
Hi, audience. How are you? Are you having fun?
Are you sitting comfortably?
Not at all.
So,
Yeah, I thought you were saying goats were see-through. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, if you want to try that again, go ahead.
No, I'm actually happy with it. But if you want me to try it again,
now
I
that he
can.
has
I
now that he has
accept that
taken
it
the
happened.
now that he has taken the OOC moment to explain what the hell is happening. It's okay.
Yeah, we're good.
So the prediction has
It's
been
time.
lodged.
I fear
Who do
that
we even
Langstroths may
pick?
lose their seat of power if we do not blame someone else. I fear for our entire family.
Possibly, but also who would we blame? Because the rebels were idiots. ones we actually had. I mean, would we have to make up new rebels?
I'm sure there's someone willing to die for the cause.
As I always said, and growing up, not it.
I wasn't suggesting you.
This is a good
Like,
time
we're
for
still
Harlan
useful.
to slip out the door.
Say that again, Alex.
I said it's a good time for Harlan to slip out the door. Like so.
Harlan! What do you think about this rebel idea?
I think it's a lie.
Well, duh.
Yes, exactly. He turns, just walks. You might recognize that leaving the room thing after he says something, because Trifine does it all the time.
Trifine shrugs gamely. Well, does anyone want seconds?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though.
No, I'm full for the next month. Good. Thanks.
Just me then. And scene.
Close up on Harlan's bowl, completely untouched.
Liar. Took a bite.
You are a creep, Eric.
Love you too, Geek.
And Eric has decided not to issue any orders, except for the fact that apparently you've all been eating human meat.
Probably a lot of people.
Yes, a lot of people.
Well, yes, but that helps bridge the gap with the immediate shortfall after the original flock of bees left.
I
Or
see.
swarm of bees.
And now you know. Knowing is half the battle. Alright, and see, alright, cool. Now, you know, you have a few things that you can choose to do as the power. You didn't use, you leveraged your authority, and you gave her hiccups.
It is
And you get to decide what gets checked.
Cannibalism always gives me hiccups, okay?
Yeah.
Me too.
Now, I don't have one, but I think we should open the floor for anyone who has a reaction.
This is true.
reactions.
I don't really have one. I was in it. I was in the scene, so I don't really need to react.
Yeah, I'm good.
Nothing was really done per se other than cannibalism.
Yes. I'm going to say if no one else has a reaction, time passes.
Really, that was no progress on the crossroad. All right, it's up to you.
I don't think it was.
Okay,
I mean, there was vague progress.
it's up to you.
There was rumination, but...
We discussed the crossroad. Nothing happened.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Yay!
Go ahead and mark your time
Power has
passes.
not been-
Eric.
Oh, sorry. I thought I saw your cursor up there. I thought you were marking. Okay, done.
All right,
And now it's Spencer's turn.
it is.
It is. Oh heavens.
Will the Hive blame the uplift deaths on rebel saboteurs?
Rabble, rabble.
All right. I'm going to do a thing that we haven't seen yet. I am going to. I think I'm going to change my role. Now my question is, Alex, in your interpretation of the rules, can I start an overthrow without actually having something to challenge? Just in general, overthrow them.
To do that, let me think about that for a second. You can overthrow them. You probably need to set up a scene to provide context for that overthrow. But that could be
yeah.
the point of your overthrow. That is an action you can take.
So you want to beat someone up and steal their role, not just change yours.
I could just change mine. It is an option. I
Yes.
think it would be more interesting if I were to overthrow somebody.
All right.
Personally.
You can do that.
All
That
right.
is certainly within the realm of possibility. Set up the scene to support that, and that might even convince them to go down without too much of a fight.
All right. Well, here's our scene. We are going to be, and I love this space, so we're going to be here again. We're going to be in the matriarch's sitting room.
Okay.
And so we will have the matriarch there, so someone would please play her. And I think we also need to have Trafine there.
All right.
And I will be there as well. Who else wants to be there? I'm kind of telegraphing what's going to happen here, aren't I? It's happening.
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay. You can telegraphing just means that everybody's on board.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Benny's there. Harlan
Benny
is
can
totally
be there.
not there.
Harlan is not there.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Alex can be the matriarch.
I was thinking Todd should play the matriarch.
Well, Terry has played her previously.
Oh, that's true. Terry could play the matriarch.
If I'll play her unless Todd wants to. I mean, I don't mind sharing her.
Whoa.
I think you should continue on that.
All right.
All right. So I had to explain something here first.
Audience,
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate that when
Yeah.
they choose actors.
Okay.
At the end of last session, because it was the end of the crossroad, we got to re-examine our wish or fear and change them if necessary.
Correct.
And I did change mine because Peter himself had changed during the rioting, which also changed his issue. His issue previously had just been that he's batshit crazy. His issue has changed now because he is sane, and I think this issue needs to be known so that people can play off of it and use it. And so Peter's new issue is that he actually loves his family above all else and will ignore their faults and defend them even if they're wrong.
So no real change then.
If we can find any who are right, hey.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be.
I know, right?
That'd be a
It's
plus.
something I call Winchester syndrome, but
Mm.
anyway. What can I say?
All right.
Anyway, moving on. So we are in the matriarch's sitting room. And oh shoot, I should have re-examined that first. That's okay. It'll still work. I'll make it
Zach,
work.
You're on. You go.
We're on. So we're going to come into the middle of a conversation between Trafine and the matriarch. Matriarch, what is it? Harriet Anna?
Yeah. Period. Anna.
About the idea of blaming the deaths on some rebel saboteurs. And go.
Dude, you
So,
kind of are required to sort of, be the engine there.
Oh, I know. You two
And
have been
engine.
talking. You are still talking. What?
as you were saying, Trafine,
Oh, I think the idea is absolutely terrible. I mean, no one's going to fall for it.
Work better if I don't randomly cut out, I think. Possibly.
Awesome.
Possibly.
Possibly it will work better that way. Okay. So, yes. Trafine has been explaining the thoughts, taking credit for them. He's not going to be Benny credit because, come on.
No, he's not. He's totally naming Benny. He hates the idea.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's what he said.
Hates the idea. He's being tolerant of Benny's failings, but their
you guys
failings
are all
is failure. The
dicks.
plan is bad. The plan is bad, and we should probably not listen to major cloak and dagger plans as suggested by Benny.
Oh, Benny, I'm so sorry.
well, since you don't approve of his plan, do you have something perhaps better to suggest? You are the smartest of the family, are you not?
Well, second smartest at least. And he dips his head towards the matriarch. But I honestly am not terribly concerned about the reaction to this. I mean, things happen. Some people die, and if we'd had further, upheaval from the rabble there, more people would have died, people we actually care about. I think we just go on, continue on and just say very little.
If we don't say anything at all, O great matriarch, then the people will become even more suspicious of us.
But if we are too enthusiastic in blaming the rebels, as Trafina suggested, it will seem too transparent.
Yes, and I don't really think anyone's going to believe that the rebels, could tell the difference between a petri dish and their asses.
But if we could find someone to suggest or imply that they had assistance in this matter, perhaps that might work.
But from who? Because that would pretty much imply somebody within the Langstroths.
Well, surely there's somebody who's expendable.
Spencer,
Hey, look, I'm reconnected. My
Yeah.
computer sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, matriarch, let me just add that I have always served you faithfully, so faithfully. These several moons, I've been tending to the Reno Museum. I have sent you letters every half moon about my progress.
I pat Benny on the shoulder and
Benny, dear, shut up.
I whisper in his ear, and we know you can't tell the difference between your ass and a petri dish. It's fine.
Wow, I'm just
And-
glad no one's confused their ass for a petri dish around here, because that could end poorly.
Oh, good heavens. No, this is all bad.
Can we get a perspective in this scene?
We get Spencer to drive
Possibly.
the scene.
Well, now that I'm reconnected, yes, it's wonderful. It's horrible, actually. Anyway,
Yeah, no one seems
Peter.
to like the plan.
Peter stands up. And you expect him to go fiddling with the oranges or something, or grabbing things with tongs in strange manners. That's not what happens. He stands up at the same time that he said, Benny, shut up.
Oh.
Matriarch, dear,
Father.
you have had the leadership role in this hive for many years now, most of which I don't remember, but that's beside the point.
Let me stop you just for a moment. You do realize you can't overthrow the matriarch because she has
I
a
know.
role.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Just making sure we're on line here.
Drafine's already looking very surprised because,
Peter's suddenly
works in
lucid.
order. Yes.
And yet, being the head of the family, you seem to have given a lot of your authority away to others. That's where we're going now.
Mhm.
And this has not been without its costs. We are now at a stage where the humans are quite literally ready to revolt and kill. I don't know this, I'm saying this, obviously, I'm not a touchstone. Where the humans are quite literally ready to revolt and overthrow the hive and stop following its leadership in this area. This hive, which has been a bastion of civilization in these trying and perilous times, this hive, which has been the foundation of this city, which has been the foundation of great scientific advances and research into human-bee relationships. This hive is about to be overthrown because the people that you've let be in charge have made some poor decisions. Perhaps
like
the
your-
best decisions that could be made at the time. But the truth of the fact is now, with the recent events that we've seen, the recent violence against this hive and our family on the part of the humans, the recent spat of random deaths causing even more chaos and confusion among their unimaginative brains, we can tell now that they are ready to attack. We know I'm pulling crap out of my ass as Peter here, but this is what he believes, even if it's not necessarily true. We know that we have to be stronger than what we have been in the past. We have to be militarized. We have to be ready to defend ourselves when they come again. And so, dear Queen, dear Matriarch, I am ready at this point to retake the role that was mine before, when your dear mother was in power. I am ready now to regain command of the military wing of this hive,
Wing.
which would, of course, necessitate that some previously very powerful factions in the hive, such as the scientific section, would have to lose some power because we need to be more defensive. We need to be better defended than we have been in the past. And scientific research is important, but it's not more important than being safe.
Are you suggesting you need to be prepared? Sorry.
Something to that effect, yes.
I liked it better when you didn't talk as much, Father.
I will point out, if you are indeed going for an overthrow,
This is
on
an
Trafine,
overthrow. This is an overthrow of Trafine's authority.
we will go to the mechanics here, and I will actually flip to the mechanics for the folks at
Does
home.
Trafine get to say anything?
Oh, he does, but I want to make
Well,
sure that you,
Eric
as a
gets to say
player,
something.
Eric, you know what your options here are. In specific, he has made his argument for why why Peter is acquiring authority by making an appeal to the matriarch. He hasn't quite explained what price he's going to pay. Hey, Spencer, what price is Peter going to pay for shifting from perspective to power?
Well, as Terry beautifully demonstrated, although he didn't realize this was my intention, I've just pissed off the matriarch by questioning her authority and presuming to place myself above her. I'm not actually her biological father.
Right.
I was her mother's husband. I'm not her father. She doesn't like me.
Okay,
And now she doesn't like me even less because I'm no longer the crazy uncle.
That's a fair price. Now, Eric, you have a decision to make from a extra character point as a writer, basically. Is that good enough? You can give one of two answers. One, yes, that's successful. Then you would lose your role and select another. You can also say yes if you do this additional thing. Which would require him to then say yes and then do those things, or no, and you would keep power. Well, and he would also become power. Either way, he has stopped being perspective and now will be a power. So,
Yeah.
You just get to decide whether or not that's sufficient, and for Trafine to no longer be a power. This could be an opportunity for you.
Okay, so I can't just resist him becoming power.
No.
Okay.
You can lay out some outrageous demands that would, or to resist me becoming power.
Well,
Sorry,
they
never
can't
mind.
be impossible
You can lay
or
out
improbable.
outrageous demands. Yeah, you can lay out outrageous demands that I either, as a character or as a player, wouldn't.
Nothing that ends with a herring. So.
No, nothing with herrings.
Yeah.
No, certainly not. Nothing that involves
I
B-shaped butt plugs.
disagree. There could be herrings. What
We're
about what?
We're
Post-apocalyptic.
nowhere near the sea.
Yeah, I'm. Anyway, so yeah, there you go.
Um,
So Eric,
Okay.
in your court there.
I'm thinking a yes if. I'm trying to think of what I want to state.
Now, keep- Keep in mind,
Okay.
he's about to be a power. So you can, demand things that are very much about his new role and authority.
Trafine walks over to, and okay, here's the condition.
Okay.
making Trafine his assistant, go-to guy, whatever the proper terminology would be, so he can help.
Adjutant.
My XO, basically.
Yes. And because we need science for this, to build up a military.
Mm-hmm.
We need
Yes, we
warrior
do.
bees.
You can do that.
Need warrior bees.
What do you think?
I'm fine with it. Were you going to play this out at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Eric, also be thinking about what role you'll be taking up. You don't have to pay a
Perspective.
price. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're swapping. Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. Trafine goes. Actually, Trafine just walks over to Pater and hugs him around the midsection. He goes, I think this is a great idea, matriarch. And he straightens up, reads his stature. I want to help him, and I think this would be very handy, and I believe I could turn my expertise to helping us defend the Hive instead of more speculative approaches.
Oh, dear.
With your permission.
I have never been one to deny progress, and any progress that helps defend the Hive is welcome. I shake your
thank
hand.
you, matriarch.
Or pat your head, I think. I don't know.
That sounds more correct.
There's a lot of head patting in this family. It's
Hey.
creepy.
Around my middle section, it's creepy. Anyway.
He never said which head.
No.
Oh, damn.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say something about the curls and such, and I realized that wouldn't help at all either.
No, it would not. Spencer, how do you put cross out as a text format?
Do you put cross out on my name there? I think you do.
Yeah, I
put it
do,
on the
because
name,
you're
huh?
no longer a perspective, so it's no longer owned, though it is still in play. It can be canceled later.
I'm not sure how you do it on a PC. It's under the format menu, but
Okay.
I know the commands
Good
for
enough.
Mac.
All right. Well, your overthrow has gone off. Holy crap!
Try K or Control X.
Oh, okay, cool.
Eric,
Say what?
I'm sorry, Key?
I was kind of disappointed you
Alt
didn't
Shift 5.
stab Peter when hugging him.
No, he hugged him as he used to hug the guy when he was a little kid.
So,
You guys are
And
cool.
that didn't involve stabbing.
it could have.
All right. So
Don't
This
get
family
all
like-
To
greed.
hear Pater being lucid, it made his month.
What?
Pater is now a power. Trafine is now a power who has the matriarch pissed off at him.
Yeah.
Pater
That's great.
is now. I mean, not Pater. Trafine is now a touch. No, it's a
Perspective.
perspective.
Has that been updated on the list?
Future.
It will be shortly, I'm sure.
Yep, Eric's got it.
Oh dear. And this is just going to be horrible, horrible, horrible. All right. Well, Eric, you technically can use your role as part of the
You know what?
scene.
I can't because I just got a new role
Yeah.
that wasn't
How
foisted
do we
on
do
me.
the cross through?
It's up in format. On Mac, it's really strange. It's Alt-Shift-5.
It's Control Shift 5 in.
I just did it through the menu.
It's weird, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my perspective powers. And Trafine pipes up because no one's told him to shut up and says, as I was saying, I think we will just do better if we simply don't even talk about it. The people won't care. Bad things happen. They've probably already concluded there were complications. I think the masses will just... The populace will be copacetic if we don't bother trying to trick them. That's my perspective prediction. They'll be fine on a no condition.
But
If I can turn off my formatting,
Who
now
would
it's
be
trying to
fine?
strike the earth. The populace.
you can't actually do that because the populace is touchstone people.
Well, then Spencer's prediction needs to
Yeah,
go off.
mine
It
is
says the same
gone
thing.
as well.
No, well, there's a difference between seeing through the lie and saying that they'll be okay. One is something that
Well,
will
okay,
happen.
specifically, the populace will live with it.
Okay.
He's just saying an opinion.
Oh, a perspective prediction.
Yeah, it's no longer an opinion. It is what will happen.
Basically, they won't riot because if we don't lie or something similar.
Yeah. If we don't do this, they'll keep on. They'll do what they do.
Okay. All right. Oh, and Benny was also in the scene. Technically, Benny, if you express an opinion or thought or a reaction, that's what at least quite a number of people believe, think, or do.
Apparently, a third of the people.
There's somewhere in there. Some. A number. A respectable
That's
percentage.
really correct, though, because the question is about blame. I mean,
Yeah.
That's correct.
the verb.
Yeah, but the question is, we're putting the yes or no consequences. The no consequences is they'll live with it.
It sounds a little circular to me.
I mean, Benny's,
Like if
just
they don't blame the deaths on rebels, then the populace will live with it? I don't think that's what you're saying, but it looks like what you're saying.
I'm saying they won't riot.
Just say won't riot.
Okay.
Be specific about what you mean. Don't weasel word around it.
Benny is just afraid, about the direction that the Hive is taking by having Peter taking back his old position, and fear that it's just a step backwards in our development.
I'd say that's fair.
Also,
It might be crazy.
Benny knows, and populace knows that Peter's been acting crazy, all the time until now.
Yeah, there's no reason to think he's not still crazy.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right.
I promise nothing.
It is your scene. You are now a power, but you do get to
I
decide.
can't use my...
But you do
Yeah.
get to check.
I do get to check, and this is big because this Hive is now suddenly making a very different set of choices. It's going down a different path than it has been. It's going to upset a lot of people. This doesn't do anything for the Crossroads, but this causes some massive panic and chaos,
It's
and we
certainly
increase the crisis meter.
increasing the crisis meter. One box to go until crisis becomes critical. Holy crap.
And we have a touchstone up next.
Reactions, actually, before then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I've already had my reaction.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if Harlan has reaction. Melifera, you got one?
Sure. I am in my room in low light, writing in my diary because of what I've heard about this meeting. And, well, it can't be worse than cannibalism.
And that is
Cannibalism was
what
awful.
people think. It's not worse than cannibalism.
I had to note here, because I didn't specifically challenge anything, I can't change that yet.
That's correct.
There's no promises that I will either.
Yeah, well.
Come on, you'll run out of bodies. Come on.
We
It's not
made
like
it-
they're-
We're going into a war. There won't be any dearth of
You're supposed to make them die more, not us.
If we made it through Cannibal Gate, we can make it through this.
Harlan is actually going to react. Harlan is at the Reno Museum of Torture,
Western torture.
Western torture, talking to Johnstone in his cell. And he says, I know you know, because you're in contact with some of the remnants still surviving around the Hive. If they don't push this onto your people, if they don't push this onto the rebels, people are going to get some ideas, and the Hive will have to fight off an increasingly emboldened human rebel externality, and it's all of our lives will be in danger. And yes, that's me doing all my perspective-y thing.
What makes
Not
you
rioting.
understand
No.
human perspective?
Say again?
What makes you think you understand human perspective?
In character, I technically don't have to. I just have to be right about the future.
Yeah.
No. That's in character.
Oh yeah, we can't have a conversation. It's a reaction. However, you're next on to set up a scene, so thumbs up.
Right, but can I do a reaction now?
Oh yeah,
And-
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and can I use my role in a reaction?
Yes.
All right. Due to the hellish conditions they're keeping him in, the lack of food, filthy stall, Johnstone has been passing in and out of consciousness, and he's had a series of visions.
Ooh.
He awakens.
Oh God, revelations.
He awakens recognizing that exactly what he thought was going to happen is now happening. There are hidden messages in No More Than Human.
Oh.
Among those hidden messages is the sentence, "They will destroy me and they will eat your flesh." As a result of this, using my role now, the humans view Johnstone as a religious martyr and a representative of suffering under the Langstroths.
As long as you believe that about yourself, it's true.
Yep.
There you go. Wow.
I thought I was the one with the Messiah complex.
We have competing messiahs around here.
That's always fun.
Wow.
Back to you, Bob.
Any other reactions?
Clearly outside the museum, people have secretly been leaving flowers and lighting candles.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is he only going to be in there 3 days?
Nice.
Oh,
I think it's been longer than that by now.
I think it probably has. But it's-
Perhaps we should eat of his flesh.
no.
Give it
Drink
time.
of his blood.
Yes.
Here's
It's
the
just
beautiful
like
thing.
honey.
We can't actually kill him unless Todd says it's okay.
Right, I'm joking.
That
But
doesn't mean
suggesting ominously.
it's suggesting ominously. All right, that's terrible and horrible. And anybody else have a reaction?
Yes, I do.
Oh crap, Zachariah.
Yeah, Zachariah has a reaction. Upon hearing of Pater's rise in power, the drones flock to Pater's banner.
Oh.
Very nice.
Wow.
And I don't have to deal with them because I kept Zachariah around. It's great. I chose the right power to overthrow.
Oh, this is not so good. I can see bad stuff coming. All right. Anybody else?
All right.
I think that was all of us.
Okay.
All right. I have already checked my box,
Yep.
which means that we move on now.
Unless
Todd.
participants are reacting, if they haven't.
I think we've reacted to reacting.
Okay.
We've done a lot of reacting.
Todd, save us.
All right.
We're just full of feelings, Spencer.
Feelings. I don't know.
Nothing more than.
All right.
A lot of feels.
Kiyomi, are you still coming up to visit Johnstone?
I have been. Do you want me to visit for your scene?
Yeah, let's do one of those.
Oh dear.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Yeah, Benny, you could be there if you want.
Wow,
Whoa.
these visits are
Thank you.
so the opposite of
Yeah.
conjugal.
Okay. Benny will be there. He seems pushed into these kind of events anyway.
Is there anyone else you'd like to be there?
No, that'll do it, I think.
Okay. All right, Benny.
All right, Johnstone.
You've done nothing but prove me right. Every step of the way. I gave you the book. Did you read it? Did you really read it? There are messages in that book that only certain people would understand. And I hoped that you would be one of them. Because it's your family that's coming to its end here.
Is John talking to Benny or talking to Melifera or?
Talking to Melifera. Benny's probably overhearing this.
Okay.
He's cleaning my shackles or something.
Polishing your keyhole.
Preparing
Someone has to empty the chamber pot.
He's polishing the square nails.
Dear.
Heating the pokers.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll be in character now. Regardless of what I understood or didn't, you never seemed to realize I would never go against my family.
Your family. The entire family of man. One bloodline. One species. Now there will come a time, evolutionarily speaking, when that species moves on. And I cannot control that, and nor should you. But you've stepped too far. I have a prophecy to deliver. Your pretense of pragmatism will be seen through. The Langstroths family rule has come to an end. Your selfishness knows no limit, and therefore you must be destroyed. Your family will be overrun by their own underlings. And from the religious wars that take your place, there will arise a true uniter of the species. Take me on the road. I dare you.
Don't look at me. I'm just operating the camera. Just got my scene framed.
I'm not in the scene. Yeah.
Is that a 10-year prophecy, a 20-year prophecy, a 100-year prophecy? Do you have any timelines for this, Johnstone?
Is that an in-character question?
That's an in-character question. I mean, he's polishing the shackles, apparently.
I'm trying
is that
to
what they
imagine
call it
what
now?
that sound is.
Benny, you ruin all my dramatic, glaring, silent moments.
Yeah, it's kind of like, shut up, Benny.
I think that's like the catchphrase for everyone in the family.
What I'll tell you is this. The Langstroth dynasty has reached its end. Take that as you wish.
Whether or not the Langstroths live, we are eternal. Our family will live for 1,000 years.
No, you didn't. No.
I'm so sorry, but I had to.
Yes, you did.
One day I'll explain that. Anyway,
1,000 years following the wrong path, perhaps. There have been evolutionary offshoots that ended in dead ends before, and you'll be one of them. The true uniter of the species is not a Langstroth. I've seen her. She exists in our future. She's not come from your bloodline. All of your efforts are for naught.
It's not for nothing, because we're the beginning. Benny, we're done here.
But I haven't finished polishing the shackle. Yes, Melifera.
Wow.
Benny, you ruin everything.
I'm sorry.
It won't happen again.
Oh dear. So Todd has expressed his belief in his true Messiah nature and the voice of prophecy. Wow, this is complicated for the people of the Hive,
Yeah.
notably.
Now, the part where I'm using my role is the humans view Johnstone as a martyr, as a representative of suffering under the Langstroths.
Well, with Touchstone, how it works is everything that comes out of your character's mouth, some subsection of the society believes.
Mostly. So if you're expressing belief in your prophecy, there are people who have read the book, and they're on.
Found the secret messages.
Yeah. You're all getting all Messiah-like now.
Not enough tinfoil laying around.
I'll go ahead and put in Benny's reaction to this.
Okay.
He has become increasingly disturbed about Johnstone's prophecy, and even though he doesn't say he believes it, he tells people about what's been happening around the Hive. Just things get out. One thing says another. And also he starts believing that Johnstone is right.
Shit. Now there's 2 touchstones on board with the prophecy Messiah complex. Hey, Key, technically you were there. You can actually
Oh,
speak for your portion of the population.
Well,
shit.
I
think she
mean,
did.
I kind of did.
I
I
know.
suppose.
Would you like to clarify just for the people playing along at home?
I suppose there's a portion of the population that believes the Langstroth family will last for a long time.
For as long as the Crook Shadows.
For 1,000 years.
1,000 years.
1,000.
There you go.
All right, let's take a moment and explain why this is funny. So no shit, there we were. Eric and I were at a convention. We were Dragon Con. And Rogue, the lead singer of the Crook Shadows, has basically taken over the panel for this apocalypse panel, basically, that we attended, and just was talking about the band. And he literally said, straight-facedly, looking dead at us in the eyes, he literally said, I expect the Crook Shadows to live for 1,000 years. And it was so ludicrous, and so ridiculous, it's become a thing. If you haven't listened to the Crook Shadows, well, thumbs up.
Our music will last for 1,000 years.
Is that with or without the extra hour in the ball pit?
No, that's with being forced to take 2 hours in the ball pit. All right, so that's that scene. Todd, you have the ability to do amazing things right now. You get the ability to check, well, any of the 3 things that are currently on play. Time Passes, Crisis, or if you think the Crossroad got advanced, the Crossroads. And as your role, since it's your turn, you can check or uncheck or ignore another box on the Crisis meter.
Drum roll, please.
Do it.
Wait, aren't we already there?
We've got one left
You
in
can push
Crisis.
us over that edge.
But what happens if I check 2?
You can only check 1, and we only got 1 left, so...
World ends.
I mean, you could, if there were more boxes available, you could check 2, but there's only 1 box left, so.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I just check that one right now, what happens mechanically?
Well, then we go to resolving the crisis before David's roll, which could, end in the complete downfall of the kingdom as a whole.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
They're goading you, man.
Do it.
Do it.
As much gaming as we've played, we've never done a crisis.
We've never
got
done a
one
crisis.
third of the population agreeing that I'm basically a martyr and the Langstroth family has to come to an end. And then we just heard Benny, who represents like another third of the population, kind of swaying that way.
Yep.
Yeah, crisis.
All right. Would you like to advance something else as well? Because it could still matter afterwards.
Advance something else? You mean check another box for crisis?
I mean, like, do you
For
think that
progress
maybe?
or time passes.
Yeah. To crossroads
Yeah,
or time
because-
passes, either one.
Yeah, because you played a scene, you can check one of any of the 3 boxes, and because you're a touchstone, you can also check the extra crisis box. So if you want to, you can also check a time passes or some progression on the crossroads. And we'll just assume that the crisis check is because you're a touchstone.
Correct.
Okay. And when you're talking about adding a new progress under yes or no?
Yes. On the
No,
crossroads.
down at the bottom of the crossroads to progress. We have moved forwards towards the resolution of that crossroads.
Or if you don't believe we've touched the crossroads in this scene, you can just mark time passes. Or you don't have to mark either of them. But it's up to you.
I kind of feel like we've answered it, but we've answered it obliquely. I feel like 2/3 of the population already knows, so there's no point in even running a propaganda program, so they won't do it, and done deal. That sounds like the crossroad has been resolved to me.
Well, technically you can't because, well, the powers are the only ones that can make that decision. But you can say that this definitely progressed toward that resolution being manifest.
I believe it did. Yeah.
All right. Well, then we need an
All right.
X. X marks the spot.
There it is.
All right.
There.
And now, because we've gotten down to crisis, crisis is magnified. Folks, this is going to be a hell of a thing. Just going to point that out. All right. So we've got several steps to resolving crisis.
Now, let me just make clear here. I mean, I technically have another crisis check. I'm like forced to sacrifice right now.
Yeah, well.
Holding it, man. I'm like, fucking look.
It's about to get. You're about to get to make some more horrible
This is the
decisions.
9999 of crises.
Yeah. This is 5 9s on the
The
crisis.
damage doesn't go up any further.
Flip over, baby.
There will be more crises in the future, I promise. All right. Step 1. Is this the end game? Obviously not, because we like this setting way too much and we're having fun fucking with these characters.
Continue it, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's safe to say everybody's together. We're not planning to stop. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, as a note, if the kingdom is destroyed, that happens whether we decide to or not. Just, throwing it out there. All right.
Just assume some survivors get away and refound.
Yeah, that'll be another game altogether if the kingdom's
Yeah,
destroyed.
it'd be a different kingdom.
So, what is the crisis? I think we're pretty clear. The crisis is basically the human population rising up and basically tearing down the Langstroth edifice of rulership. Just
Attempting to.
there's burning, there's
Attempting
fire,
to.
It's
screaming.
not just that, though, because it was... Okay, now, when Johnstone got arrested, or whatever you want to call it, that was a
Tortured.
political... It was a political uprising.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Now he has become more of a religious figure, and the wars are about to take on more of a religious tone. We're starting to see, in the next period, in the microscope game,
Yep.
we're about to see a fragmenting, a balkanization of bee-based religions,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the first.
Certainly
The
could lead.
Johnstone cult.
There you go.
I can see this. All right, so here's what
Especially since there aren't any pure humans left, who are anywhere near the Hive, just the remnants hiding around the Hive.
yeah, it's going to be ugly in a lot of ways. Anyway, so the next step is what do you see? So, and this is not taking any action yet. This is just describing what you see of this crisis coming to be. I suppose. So it doesn't matter what order we do in. Whoever wants to go first, go first. You get one shot at setting a quick sort of image that you experience. And God knows, we've been enjoying taking on the whole soap opera camera angle thing. Let's continue with that. I like how that's working out.
Okay,
I mean-
all right.
Benny, you want to go first?
Yeah. So we have the uprising. Is that correct?
There's crisis.
Basically.
What do you see? Tell me what you see.
I see several mobs going around and ransacking and setting
at?
fire to things inside the compound.
Inside the compound.
Yes.
Oh.
Where at
And-
inside the compound?
They have reached the Langstroth family dining hall
I hate that place. I'm okay with that.
and set fire to the food stores in there.
Oh, holy shit. That's
Yeah.
Smells like burning people for some reason.
For some reason.
it smells kind of porky.
Yeah. Pork veal sort of smell.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So, yeah.
That's what Benny
yeah.
sees.
Yeah. And is it too late just to add that Benny kind of just runs out of the compound into the desert?
Well, we haven't got there yet.
any
You
action
can't
yet.
take action. Only
Okay.
what you see.
Okay.
I'll go next one. Is
Okay.
Zachariah's in the compound, watching the cameras from all around the town, and he sees the people tearing down the museum and freeing Johnstone.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll take the next one if I may.
Okay.
Pater is actually in the catacombs because he's not quite not crazy yet. He's still a bit crazy.
Okay.
And he sees the flight of stairs that leads down here and a nice big mob of people coming down them.
Ooh.
Nice. And they have torches.
Pretty much,
Probably, yeah. That's Trophine and Melifera and Harlan have not spoken yet.
Harlan.
Harlan is at the Rusty Nail, and there's no audio like voiceover, but you can see that he is exhorting the crowd, exhorting them. He is instigating and goading them, and they are shouting, pumping their fists in the air, and then just rush out the door. And he stands there, crosses his arms, and sort of smiles where no one can see it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No action.
He's smiling
No
to the
action,
camera.
Alex. No action. You
That's
can't
right.
cross your arms and smile. There's no action.
Smile. Yeah.
Don't play with my taint. Go. Just
Have
go.
fun.
Wait, what did you say, Alex?
Don't play with my taint. Go.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, whatever. Trophine and Melifera.
Melly, go first.
And Johnson.
Wait, what?
Go first.
The ball has been passed.
I really don't know what I'm doing.
What do you
can
see?
your
Just see
back.
something.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna have a lot of the family behind me in the catacombs. You could be one of them. It's okay.
See some crisis.
Yeah, I just don't really feel like I'm doing anything interesting right now.
Well, just see something. See something broken. Pick something.
Yeah, we're just painting a picture at this point.
Yeah, we're narrating.
I know, but fine.
Where are you?
Fine.
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 I'll be in the Queen's chamber.
Okay.
hanging out, practicing my Vulcan mind meld. It's not actually working.
You can't practice.
Because
That's
A,
a-
you're not Vulcan, and B, you're by yourself.
You know, one of those things could be affecting my attempts.
Well, how are the bees reacting? Are they reacting to the crisis in any fashion? Are they calm? Are they nervous?
If you want to pass, I can go.
If I had the context to describe the buzzing of the bees, I would call it downright Wagnerian. But since I don't, I can't.
Okay. Positively Wagnerian. All right. And Trafine.
Rafine is watching as he hears someone shout out the order to use flamethrowers on the rioters.
Oh, shit.
And it starts getting ugly, messy, and flammable, especially where the flames get to the lower class ends of the settlement. You know, the little slums and everything around the edge. There's a lot of fire. It's very bright.
You guys are really sons of bitches.
And it smells just like the burning food stores for some reason.
Wow, you've now made
Rafine's hungry.
You've made a visual reference olfactorily. Holy crap.
Yes.
I'm a good lieutenant.
You are. Damn. All right. Cool. Now we go back around, and now
No.
you get
No,
Johnstone,
I haven't seen anything yet.
Lord Martyr.
Yeah, well, I've been freed from the museum. I'm being carried by my followers from town to town, as I'm barely strong enough to walk. I see them showing concern for my condition because my face is starting to change, and I have these two little things on my back which may turn into wings one day.
Oh shit.
But I am pleased to see an army of drones joined by a massive army, many more than we suspected survived, of pure humans from down in the catacombs where they've been hiding.
Okay.
Big catacombs.
Yeah.
The catacombs or the pit?
The cave.
The cave.
The cave.
Actually, I meant in areas of the catacombs that had not been discovered or civilized.
It does border a vast underground combustible pit.
It does. And so those humans, having followed the advice in my book, come screaming out to the cavern.
I near the vast underground combustible pit.
All right.
That's right.
Wow.
So
So
the
it's
flamethrowers work extra well on
It's
you.
drones and humans fighting together. Yay.
All right.
Kumbaya, my friend.
All right. So now we get down to what you're doing. Now here's the thing. All the characters are part of the kingdom, share its fate. If it falls, you fall with it. If you want out, you can try to escape. You show your character giving up on the kingdom and fleeing instead of trying to save or destroy it. Abandoning the kingdom always weakens it. Your vote is automatically thumbs down. Kingdom destroyed in the next step. Right? If you try to flee, your character leaves the game. Right? No matter what happens as a result of the crisis, kingdom's destroyed, that character's gone. So, also, if somebody tries to escape and you don't want them to, you can challenge their escape. Doesn't mean that you'll succeed, but if you describe doing something which intervenes and they go, all right, yeah, that means they're stuck in the kingdom, but their vote is still forced to be destroy the kingdom.
Yeah.
So just in case you want to fuck other people, you can do that.
Yep. So everything that you do here has to kind of fall into one of three categories. Either you're trying to save the kingdom, you're trying to destroy the kingdom, or you're trying to escape.
Yeah. That's correct.
Should we go in the same order? Can we remember the same
Any
order?
order will do.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and start. My vote is going to be to save the kingdom.
Well, we're not voting yet. Just
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
this
I'm
is
just
this
putting
is
my-
what Benny's doing.
This is what Benny is doing.
How is he intervening in the fate of the kingdom right now in this horrible crisis?
He is now the location. Does it have to be a location that's already been put in there?
No.
Okay, all right then. He is going to the ruins of Las Vegas to see if he can find better bees.
Is he escaping the kingdom, or is he cleverly using an excuse to escape, or is he legitimately trying to support the continuation?
Langstroths by he's trying to support his family by trying to find better bees.
Okay.
Oh, Benny.
All right.
I mean, can I put a rationale why? I mean,
You don't need to.
If you'd like.
okay, you know, then,
We
Sure
can
thing,
just
man.
accept it's Benny being
Sure.
Benny if
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll accept it. Benny, Benny, Benny.
All right.
He's looking for the jets.
I will take the camera and zip over to Harlan, who has moved to the cave. Last you saw him, he was at the Rusty Nail. Now he's at the cave, giving a rousing speech where he is deeply and righteously in support of the rebellion. He's advising the people to go to tear down the facade of the Langstroth Hive and claim it for themselves, with the expectation that while the Langstroth family may not be ascendant, he can at least preserve the Hive and the community, as long as he's not the guy that's being ripped apart by the crowd. Which is technically in support of the kingdom's continuance by managing its destruction.
Makes sense.
Huh.
All right. I'm going to take the camera now because we're in the cave and we just kind of zoom through the rock in some weird CG thing. And we get into the catacombs and we see just kind of a huge gathering of the Langstroth family.
Wow, I just imagine
In
that as
one
a
area.
gathering of the Juggalos.
I know, right? And not really a gathering, but there's just a lot of them crowded in that space, including the matriarch and others. And at the head, there's Peter with a saber because he's crazy. And I am as well. It's great. And a mob rushing down the stairs, and Peter just starts swinging and killing folks.
Oh, all right.
It's a war. This is what's happening.
That's a war. All right. I'm down with this. Who is yet to act?
Me.
Oh.
Trifine. Trifine has been instructed on how to operate a flamethrower, and he's hosing down rioters. He is quite willing to fight and horribly kill to preserve the Hive.
Wow, you are a son of a bitch.
They're threatening his family. Fuck them.
All right.
Sounds about right.
All right, I'll take the camera next. Zachariah sends out orders for the drones allied with Pater to turn against Pater, to turn against the Langstroths. And as Johnstone showed us what he saw, the drones joining in with the army. The drones are joining in with the army, again, much like Harlan, hoping to save the Hive, maybe not for the family, but for the people. So orders are being sent out to basically turn against the Langstroths and protect the bees, also protect the bees at all cost.
Nice.
All right, I'll take the camera. I'm down in the cave. I'm surrounded by some of my followers. They're bringing me news about how the battle's going on because I'm not feeling very well.
Yeah, you reckon?
Supposedly.
And this is the scene where I give them my last prophecy. I tell them that in the future, a Messiah will come, Her name is Joy V, and she will be the true uniter of the species. Until such time, you must keep my word. Follow my book. There are messages there you haven't found. I need you to do one more thing. Kill me.
Kill you.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I'm ordering the innermost circle of the Human League to kill me before I become any more bee-like.
I think that's kind of awesome, and normally I would probably choose to challenge it, but I am the last person to object to someone committing suicide at a crescendo moment in Kingdom. It's just not possible for me.
And it's my fault again.
Brothers and sisters, everything you need is in that book.
Everything
Wait
is
for
in the
Joy V,
book.
and please kill me now.
All right. All right, Key. I think it comes down to I think you're the last one.
Why is the suicide always my fault? Or because of something I did. All right.
Just that kind of girlfriend. Sorry.
I wasn't even dating Alex's character in the last one.
No.
No, you just tortured your ex-lover, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all.
Entertaining
Yeah,
your
come on.
species against your will.
All
What's a little
right.
torture between ex-lovers?
It's just like
Okay.
dating.
We left off when I was listening to a surprisingly good rendition of Flight of the...
The Valkyrie bees.
Valkyrie.
The Valkyries.
No, God, stop that.
Bum, bum.
We'll behave, I
And-
promise.
This melodic buzzing has inspired me. It's almost like a message.
The
And
voice
I
of the
decide I need to execute Plan B.
Oh, shit.
No
Oh
orders
God,
and
I'm sorry. I
Accidental puns are the best.
Yes.
Wow.
didn't. Oh,
Plan
Plan
B.
B from outer space.
so right now, I'm in a wagon. I've got Lorenzo and his wife and some other people who may or may not have actually wanted to come with me, and
That's what guns are.
a couple of travel hives.
Oh, shit.
Are you attempting to escape?
I'm looking for the promised land.
So many religious overtones.
Gee, just a little.
I know.
Yes, a little.
All right. Wow, I think that's
Because
it.
the
So,
Langstroths must survive.
all right, so we have come down to the voting portion of the evening,
And Todd has 20 minutes.
and Todd has 20 minutes. So that's okay because we're just about at the announced time of stopping, so this will go well. So I would like everybody to pull up your little chat area. We've got the column here. Here's what's going to happen. Everybody gets to put in a 1 if you believe, based on what has been described, if you believe the kingdom should stand. Put in a dash representing a -1 if you believe that the kingdom should fall. If you don't believe either one of those has been adequately established, you can vote a 0. All right, and don't hit enter yet. I'm gonna give us a countdown. Think about
Should
it
be
for a
1
minute.
or plus.
Are we doing this in the Hangout chat?
Yes, in the Hangout chat.
Okay. And 1 is survive, 2 is not.
No, negative dash is not.
And is it plus for yes?
Normally it would be, but I'm way too lazy to hit shift, so it's 1 for yes.
Okay.
He's going for that vertical versus horizontal distinction.
That's right. It's orthogonalism as a relational. No, anyway,
All right.
All right, so-
countdown.
wait. Let's prepare your votes. Go ahead and slot them in for revelation. Let's see. Based on
I don't know
what
why it
we've
has to be
seen.
that simultaneous, but
It makes it easy. Yeah, well, the voting is simultaneous. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
So we can't cheat and swing the vote, Eric.
Pretty much.
Yep. All right. Put your
we
vote
could just do a
in.
roll call. Okay.
And are you ready?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Yep, right.
Ready.
All right. 3,
Ready at all, people.
2, 1. Smack it.
Really,
Yeah.
Alex? Really?
All right. So
We survive. We are at
We-
+1. We survive.
-3. Yeah, we're. Wow.
Oh, wait, no. Kiyomi, did you try and escape? Did Melifera try and escape?
Yeah, she did. So she has to vote
Which
for
means
destruction.
it has to be a -1, which means we die.
Well, the kingdom is
The
destroyed.
kingdom is destroyed.
Booyah!
Woohoo! All right.
And
So
Trafeet, so badly hurt, goes to seek out Melly.
all right. Now we get to describe the outcome of the crisis, not necessarily of. Well, and briefly what happens to your character. Remember, your fate's tied to the kingdom.
I didn't really see it as an escape attempt.
You left with
If
stuff.
you left the kingdom, then yeah.
Escape attempt.
That's escape. And you don't attempt.
I
you
could have been
succeed.
coming back.
I'm giving you a look. Don't even think about it.
Key.
Names. All right, so let's start with, you know what, I'll start with Harlan, because you know what, I've been pretty reticent today. Harlan is there as people are literally setting the front of the hive on fire, but he knows something terrible, that they're all already infected with bee genetic uplift. And they are going to steadily, because they are not of the Langstroths, they're going to steadily become less and less human, less and less individual, and more hive driven. Even the ones that escape to establish new hives. So he's standing there knowing that he helped tear this down, and then knowing that for a brief shining moment, individuals have made a choice for themselves, and that moment will be fleeting. Next!
I'll go.
Oh, well. I was going to say maybe Todd should go.
Okay. I didn't know if we had an order. Okay.
We don't have
I mean, just so he can get out of the way.
Well, I'm dead, of course, but in the afterlife,
Oh, you did.
Well, you could describe your final moments, how they happen. You could,
no, I'm past my final moments. In the afterlife, Melifera is haunted by dreams in which Johnstone comes to her, and she remembers tender moments that she'll never feel again.
Oh.
Tender moments of torturing him.
Excellent use of your afterlife. I approve.
Trafine he gets alerted that there's a bunch of wagons trying to leave, and they inform him that little Melly is leading them, and he lets them go. Because for some reason they still think he's in power. And he decides to try to... He knows the hive's not going to make it. Too much of it's burning. He decides to just fight a little rear guard action with his flamethrower, and well, when the crowd gets too close and they're on all sides, well, he pours it all down on the floor and sets it on fire, and it's a big old ugly barbecue for everyone within 20 meters of him.
Damn.
Would that be a BBQ?
Oh. Oh. Jesus.
Bravo, sir.
Oh. Son of a bitch. All right.
And he just, as you know, everything just washes up his eyes, and you know he's in incredible pain. He's thinking, "Well, I hope Ellie gets out," and then
Okay.
this really hurts.
This thing's a bit. All
And then he
right.
dies horribly.
Sure. Next. Here, have a camera.
I'll take the camera.
There.
As the Hive falls, as masses die, Langstroths, humans, drones, the Hive is destroyed. The bees are killed. Zachariah, sees that there's no point staying here, that he has failed here. He gathers up whatever drones that he can find that are still alive, and leads them out into the desert to follow Melifera and her troop in their travels, hoping
Can he
to
do
catch
that
No.
without
Nope.
having
Since
options
you didn't
to
escape, yeah, your fate is tied to the kingdom. You
Well,
will
I mean,
die.
the kingdom is gone. His fate is.
Well, yeah, but he didn't
definitely-
opt to escape.
No,
in the
he
first
didn't.
place.
But
Okay.
that you were still there. The kingdom's obviously in the process of falling. You can certainly plan to escape.
Okay. So then he'll go about trying to gather up those who want to leave and hopefully find a way to catch up with Melifera and start over.
But they all die in the desert.
No,
Yeah,
fine, sure.
Or
Yeah,
they
you
end up somewhere
fall
else.
Die.
Yeah. Wow. Horrible future. Anyway, yes. Who is not gone?
I haven't
David.
gone yet.
Benny.
Betty! How does Betty do?
Well, Benny escaped.
Sure.
Did Betty escape?
Yeah, well, he kind of wanted to go to Las Vegas to, find.
Well,
stronger
technically, he did
bees.
not escape. Remember, he was. I asked him, was he escaping? Just left.
Well, he left. Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
now
He
you should be
left.
returned because now you're bound. You're bound to the fate of the kingdom.
Yeah. So I have returned from the ruins of Las Vegas. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I returned from the ruins of Las Vegas, and he is able to find his way to the very top, on top of the vast rectangular brutalist Hive building, the rooftop. And he calls out to everyone out there who are still fighting and say, "Behold, I have come back from the ruins of Las Vegas, and lo, I have seen the face of our God, and it is a great and merciful one. For I have came upon a buzzing bush, and it spoke to me, and saying, Take off your shoes, for this is the holy ground of the great and holy Hive. And I proceeded to do so. And then another voice came to me, Behold, there you will find 2 tablets made of beeswax.
No, I'm mocking you
No.
with my eyes.
David,
And then someone shot him, didn't they?
Yeah. Purely
And he began
accidental.
to read off the 2 tablets.
There's a reason that I'm going last, and all will become clear as to what happens to Benny at that point.
And he calls
so,
out,
so your last
I'm
word is
waiting for-
shove?
waiting for Benny to find everyone worshipping the golden bee.
This is really good. Now we've got 2
off.
religions going on, and we know the next period is religious wars. We've already got 2.
At least
Yeah.
2.
So much.
At least 2. So, he goes ahead and reads off his tablets, and they say, I am the bee, your god. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything, whether it is made of earth, wood, metal, flesh, or beeswax. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the bee, your god, am a jealous bee, punishing the children for the sin of the matriarchs to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me, but showering honey to 1,000 generations of those who
I
love
didn't
me.
realize
You
I'd
have
be
put
sitting through the
far too
entire
much work
Torah
into
today.
this.
You shall not misuse the name of the bee, your god, for the bee will sting any who misuses her name. Remember the holiest of days by giving twice as much as you receive on our most sacred of days, every Wednesday.
Is that
Honor
Spaghetti
your
Wednesday?
matriarch and the sperm donor, so that you may live long in the hive the bee your god is giving
He's
you.
been writing the Bible all game tonight.
can't spend
hell?
You shall love your neighbor
that you spent time on, David.
as you love your hive. You shall not murder in the first or second degree. In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate
I didn't realize that.
important groups.
Seriously, what the hell?
And the
Dude.
district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
What?
Okay, I think it's time for later.
You shall not covet your neighbor's hive, or her honey, or her drones, or anything that belongs to your neighbor.
Her
Always
ass.
clean up after yourselves after visiting the large adult entertainment section in the back.
Oh, he was in
Finally,
Vegas.
keep all these commandments so that you will know me as your God, for I am the great I be.
Johnstone corrupted Benny, clearly.
Apparently.
I think Johnstone broke Benny.
Oh my god.
It's all that shackle polishing.
That was not his shackles.
Nope.
Peter?
Has Kiyomi gone yet?
I haven't.
Oh.
Do you need to go last?
I should go
Spencer?
last.
Is this happening like now-ish?
You
or
have the ability to travel in narrative time and flash forward if you would so desire.
All right, we'll have a flash forward.
Listen,
We've managed to. I'm gonna say this is maybe 6 months later at the most.
Mm-hmm.
We have a crude kind of village, and we've managed to attract some people. Right now, the village is in mourning because my favorite queen has died in the night. We were very close, but not too close. And we have a villager who's capable of basically bronzing.
what?
And I've decided I'm going to have her bronzed so that I can wear her,
Okay.
and she will be an heirloom of my line.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a thing.
Okay.
Village succeeding somewhat.
Yay!
All right.
We're just starting out,
It's cool.
and this is a tragic moment, but we will carry on.
Bader.
All right, we're flashing back to the now time, and we're back in the catacombs, and Pater is the only person still alive in the catacombs.
It's a fighting
Which-
machine.
It's kind of upsetting for him because he had kind of wanted to go out in a blaze of glory, and then he notices a torch on the ground, and realizes he still can, and he grabs said torch, kind of stumbles through the catacombs to a large, what looks like an underground lake. And he throws the torch in just about the time Betty starts reading from the tablet.
Ah. Damn.
And the hive is exploding around Benny as he reads.
I'm imagining Benny standing on top of the Brutalist Hive building with his arms sort of upraised to the sides, not really reading, just sort of reciting from memory as like the ground around erupts outwards and up with flames.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Nice.
Everybody.
I accept this.
What's up with this game? It's so much suicide.
Because that's the only way to have your characters die wonderfully.
Is that
Not long.
4 now?
That's yeah.
That's at least 3.
Because
Because
Alex,
Trifine was as well.
Harlan's
Alex
live.
the previous game.
Yeah.
And then 3 of us this game, yeah.
Well, Traphine's was more taking as many with me to, keep their attention because he
Yeah.
hoped Nelly would get out.
But you actively engineered your death.
I was trapped.
Wow.
Trafine was trapped, and he just wanted to maximize.
You're
the
saying
fuck
it
you.
wasn't suicide, it was having your death on your own terms.
Yeah, it was just more, keeping the distraction going,
And,
so Bella could get away, and fuck these guys.
and Johnstone was a religious martyr.
Oh yeah.
It was a very 5th of May sort of thing. Wow.
He probably would have just shot himself if he'd known how much it fucking hurt.
All right. Well, I think it's safe to say that family matters are at a close.
Yeah. Yeah. The kingdom, she is gone.
We have finished a campaign within this campaign.
So mad.
Right on. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Finished a kingdom campaign for the first time.
And that's how the Langstroths managed to survive.
Sort of.
That's why him has this weird necklace shaped like a bee. It all makes sense now.
It's all clear to me now. I'm thinking that I'm going to take a weekend off next weekend from 700 horsepowering. Not sure where to go. I will update you guys in the community, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next.
Okay.
Um,
We have at least 2 weeks to decide.
Yep, I'm thinking I would like to get back to the post-apocalyptic shoot things in the face wasteland rather than the shoot yourself in the face wasteland.
Yeah. I was going to vote for the race around shooting people in the face wasteland.
I like
personally.
racing around, shooting in the face. We'll talk about it, but I'm definitely going to take next Saturday off, and then the following we'll figure out what we're doing. Also a reminder, Dragon Con is coming up. It's like a month and a half out. So Dragon Con, I will not be home.
3 of us won't be here, so...
Yeah, so...
And I'll be
that out
doing
there.
other things because,
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think I have any news of note. I want to run through and ask people what their greatest takeaway from this game has been. And I'm going to go left to right, as I sometimes do in the Hangout, because, my God, this has been a particularly bizarre sort of end game here. So we're going to start with Todd. I know he was about having to head out. So Todd, buddy, pal.
What is my takeaway from this game? I still find the rules a little confusing. I think this is one of those games where everybody really should have the book, should have access to the book.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't here for the second time, but still, here I did watch the video from the second time. Here I am still asking, what can I do? Right?
Right.
It's not completely intuitive, so you do need that. But once you understand that structure and you have it in place, it is really cool to watch it work. It's an interesting zooming in and zooming out effect. By the way, do you know that Ben Robbins is now coming out with Union is only going to be part of a larger toolkit, which enables you to zoom in and out on different parts of microscope in different ways.
Indeed, I've been really excited to find out about that project. Not surprisingly, I am totally gonna be into that.
And the other Kingdom project he's doing.
Yeah, and the as yet unnamed Kingdom project, not the microscope project.
Yeah. He's been doing stuff.
You've been to
When he
that.
does stuff.
Yeah.
We're just
Guys, I am out of here. Thank
Later,
you so
Todd.
very much.
Glad to see you.
Yes.
we'll
Have a
see
good
you
night.
in the guise of Winnie in a couple of weeks.
Righteous. Bye.
Bye,
Peace out.
David, my
Yes.
man.
Yo.
What has been your takeaway?
I just always enjoy, breaking out, religious and pop culture references and maximizing it at every opportunity.
I see.
We hadn't noticed.
No, we missed that entirely.
No, yeah,
That was a delight.
that was awesome.
Your 10 Commandments were beautiful, David. I was deeply moved.
And I've had enough scotch that I'd hug you if you were here.
No.
Yes, I've
Speaking-
had enough scotch to get to the point where I want to hug people.
Speaking of hugging people and
But I'll
getting,
just high five you.
and getting taken away, Eric, what is your takeaway?
Bees know love. It is humans that know hate. And also, I was really pleased with that. And wow, that was a king that just drove to crisis fucking fast.
Really did. Key, what have you learned?
Are you really going in order?
Yeah.
I'm at the end on mine. Okay.
I think we all see each other in different orders on the list.
Did you say
You're
we all see
always
each
at
other?
the end of your
We see each
own-
other in
of
different
your own
ways.
hangout.
Is that what's going on?
Yes. Huh.
No, they're in alphabetical order, except for the you, because you're always at the end of your own hangout.
Anyway, Key.
I've never been touchstone before. That was interesting.
Mm.
For everything that came out of my mouth to be the feelings of a large portion of the population.
Mm-hmm.
That was. I didn't understand at first that it was everything and not just some things, or that
But
I
then you
needed.
did.
I thought
and
I needed
suddenly-
to activate my
There
power.
were a
but-
lot of angsty young women in that
Yeah.
community. And they were writing in their diaries. And I don't like
They weren't necessarily doing what I was doing. They just felt the same
Spiritually,
way.
they were writing in their diaries.
They were wishing they were Bella.
There were just a lot of feels, okay?
So many feels. I don't think I like power as much as the other two roles.
Spencer?
Yeah. I'm not good at playing the crazy people. I don't know
Don't
why.
do it anymore. No crazies, no
Should have made
mutes.
sense.
No,
It
Much
should
more
have made
fun
perfect
losing.
sense.
Yes.
I'm just not. I'm not random enough, I guess.
No,
That's okay.
because we can't do anything with that.
Yeah, no one
It's-
else
yeah.
can do anything with that. They have to understand your
Yeah.
character in order to build you in. So,
Yeah, that kingdom, for as free as you can be when you're kind of telling the story, there are some very specific guidelines, and kind of one of the rigid ones that isn't written anywhere, but you have to have a certain type of character in order to be able to interact
yeah,
with.
you have to have
everyone
a
else.
character that we know
that
about.
interacts.
We understand.
whole
Can interact with
conversation.
people. Yeah.
I think it's
'cause-
really you could have been crazy, but the way you were playing crazy didn't make it easy for you or the character to progress the story.
You were playing crazy like the father and the critic, and that doesn't work.
It was you were kind of window
had-
dressing.
Yeah, and that was my plan with him at first, was be the guy in the corner randomly babbling to himself, be there as
That
window
doesn't-
dressing,
that's
and it doesn't work in Kingdom.
I'm going to tell
Doesn't
you
work at all.
something.
Like when
This
I
is
did the girl who didn't like talking, that doesn't work.
let me tell you something. That doesn't work in fiction. Nobody likes that character. That character is a pain in the ass for the writers, for the audience, and for everybody else. No one likes that character. Take that away. That's true.
It's possible you
likes
could
it.
play that kind of character in an adventure game, maybe.
You're not
Maybe.
leaving home. Nobody
We call
can do
those
that.
fish mouks.
Fish mouks. If you learn nothing else today, learn the word fish milk. Go Google it and then hate them. Terry.
And then don't do it.
Yeah, and then don't do it. Terry,
do
you
it.
are the man. You're the anchor. You're holding down the last spot here. I want you to share with us insights beyond the ken of mortal men.
I'll do my best. My takeaway from this, obviously, this is my first time playing Kingdom. It's really my first time playing an actual GM-less role-playing games, so that was very interesting. As far as specifically to Kingdom, I definitely enjoyed playing the Power, but in future attempts or plays, I'm going to play the other two roles to see how they go.
You did a very good power.
Well, thank
you
you.
did. You did. I actually really like playing the power, but then again, I like to seriously use the orders and order shit around and set things up. If this happens, you won't like it.
Dude, you do that anyway.
Well, yeah,
We don't have to be playing Kingdom.
That's my life.
Yeah, but
That's what I do.
you have a record of it in Kingdom. There are like 20 orders, and all of them are Alex's.
I know. So, yeah, I've had a good time. It's been awesome. I always enjoy Kingdom. And I suspect that we will probably enjoy more Kingdom in the future with a different Kingdom, perhaps even in the same continuity. Because horrible things happen to good people in this game, and that's the whole point. So I'm pleased. I've had a good time. I hope you have too. If you've been watching us live, you're awesome. If you have been watching our recordings, you are extra awesome.
And I don't know why.
And we don't understand why, but we love you anyway. Next week, again, we'll be taking it off, but please join the Google Plus community. Follow what we're up to. We're going to be talking about where we're going next. Maybe some racing, maybe some shooting things in the face. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We shall
Hell,
see.
if you join the community and you're listening to this, let us know how maybe we can pull you in.
Yeah, let us know, or share your opinion. Perhaps we'll care. God knows it's got to carry more weight than mine.
We're certainly intrigued.
So from me to you, from all of us to all you folks, I want to suggest something very important to you. Go out, play some post-apocalyptic wargaming, and blame it on us. And we will catch you weekend after next for you know what? I'm going to make one promise about the next game we play. Somebody will get naked.
Woohoo!
I'll do it right now.
Nope. Put the scotch away. Later, everybody.
Not Spencer, I hope.
Later, everybody. Spencer's already naked. Bye.
Not even happening.
Bye.
And the stream is clear.
Hold on, I gotta go find a cat to hug.